Before that, the phone lines has been opened. You can share your thought with us now by calling 0302-908-607, 0302-908-607. You can send your WhatsApp messages as well on 050-2347-074. Right, Geoffrey, let's talk about the currency. It's just a week. Is it enough to determine the strength of the currency? So we are all happy. We are hailing. Hey, the cedi is 12.9 now. Is it too early? Right.
It's too early, but I'll celebrate it.
We have our first caller. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, madam.
Right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Please, I want to speak our local very small.
Please do.
Okay. Open our inside Honor. The presentation but more issues concern about we Ghanaians and then our institutions. Because mostly our current government or usually judicial no the frustrate young Ghanaians. Or no, a personal opinion moving in the Mansaro year investigation being a young name because the young judicial now. Mama aban ultimately Zimbabwe aban unfortunately aban here. Example, you live in it, and I remember back to offend first deputy speaker voting about my percent not and I vote again and when I speak there or Motomotomu in my ruling no. The moment I ruling now, not even on my party, and the minority there about court there. You live in my party because almost yet number 9 I said almost the party you live until today. Court no much amount of the but then she abandoned as case against young ordinary Ghanaians and now other opposition parties. They just speed that this year no almost determine outcome of the ruling now Adama Abano. But the young citizen said me at some qua almost to me rule at some time almost at some years the MP now almost a moment on holding itself as MP. And she said, yes, and for sure about Omanu, no concession, ultimately town for no. Yes, sir, the two Santa Fe, shedding now, only in our court. Judicial Omun, yes, Omun to me, rule Omanu, because Omu Yadama, Omun to move your tax. The yes, protection of Oba Honor. Then you now come on Omanu, a hotel on the Bamono. And the most problem part of who found an pedal to appeal the pardon, do you ask any, especially young Northern Tamalaha. First of December, Mokoto credit our electricity. Mokoto almost that 15 Ghana cedis. What's the service charge? And with that, Mokoto prepaid almost charge to 23 Ghana cedis, 30 Ghana cedis, almost 7 cedis for credit. No more 30 to 20 something cedis. Then charge. And besides that, all my northern hand, oh yeah, because the more I know you see them saying you can quote the prepaid now. The ocean I say, I don't call you illegal, but illegal on yet, but support illegal. But all your China institutions, you quote the prepaid, I know what you see and the ma. Madam, oh yeah, and your papa, because you are most of it. My that's something now, or the whole Lithuanian, but say, as a man, institutions, almost for young Ghanaians now, Omuma are hooking up more. No, Mamma, if you are going to think it because the air illegal oil chrono and a review of man, but on Saturday, yes, I don't know. And to Monkasa man, you're not almost too much.
Okay.
Every time I got the purple unit, almost every time I.
Okay, yeah, that's there, FA. Geoffrey, do you have anything to say on that?
About his complaint?
Yes.
I leave that to the economic troubles of the land. I think these are some of the complaints that Ghanaians have, and I think the ECG must actually sit up and up their game. I've had my own problems with the ECG.
It's getting to Christmas, actually.
Yeah. And the fluctuation in my area is okay. More like a disco system. So I trust me. I mean, so yes, I'm a victim myself. So I think they should watch their service and ensure that fairness comes in there. Yeah. And so we look forward to good things from ECG.
Okay, so.
But with the dollar,
Geoffrey,
hi. Is
it too early to start singing praises?
It's not. I think we deal with figures in economics and in stats. You deal with the figures as per the day run. So if you were quick to always say on the sprawl that every day when the city lost the value, we were here, we could speak about it. If it appreciates with the giant inroad, you should encourage and see. But like I said, it could be two things where it could be auto. Auto in the sense that
we will come back to that. Jeffrey, you were on a submission before we went.
Yeah, I was saying the CD appreciation could be also automatic, where you have a release by the dollar hawks I mentioned earlier. You know, there are people who actually hoard the dollar. You know, it becomes more like a business for them.
Exactly.
So when the business activity of those importers slows down, automatically the dollar hawks will release the dollars because they will need some money to actually be fluid. So for their fiscal fluidity, they would actually throw out the dollar back, more like they will cough back the dollars that they hoarded. And then there could also be the low importation, which will be necessitated by the poor economic activities. If the importers have bought the goods and we are not rationing, we are not consuming as high as we are expected to consume, their business will slow down. So the need for them to change and get the dollar back and go and import the more would be slow, and that could also affect the dollar, city dollar, the chase for the dollar. So automatically.
Right, we have 13 days to Christmas. What does this mean to the Ghanaian business owner?
Well, it also means that for those who are actually going to be importing some goods, they might also have the glory of needing the dollar, and then when it's reduced, it is good time for them to purchase the. But then, like I was saying, when there's low business activity, if that could be the reason why the dollar dropped, then that means the business person is not getting more business to do. It could also be the return of some foreigners. Of some Ghanaians, remittance. Maybe people are back to celebrate Christmas. I know a few friends who are in the system already, so they might be throwing in the dollars, and then they'll need the cedi. So actually, that will also mean that the forex system would work perfectly. And then, like I said, the remittances, that inflow could also be another base. You go and be changing. But then on the government side, what government might have done that would also be to the positive. It could be the high export. Maybe we are exporting more. Government is exporting more, and we are getting more forex in the base, which would lead to also the release of dollar into the system. Some time ago, the government will allow and announce to the public that they are releasing some money into the system, some dollars. I'm sure they are doing that on the quiet, and they are doing so well about it now. And then also improved regulation systems could be the issue. Like I was complaining about allowing foreigners to be walking our streets and changing foreign currency. If you are regulating properly, the positive effects could be this one. These are the things that could be playing, the autos or maybe the government effort. But all in all, somebody would say, like in Akan language, on a more lighter note, would say, at the end of the day, we've had a positive sign. Like I said, it's good time to clap.
Is it going to be consistent?
Well, it's paying form. Somewhere last 2 weeks, I've seen the shoot down. It's good news, especially when you are going into the festivities. Usually, the opposite happens. There will be the chase of the dollar, and then But then, if it's good now, for now, let's celebrate. But I'm hoping it is efforts like we are exporting more and we are getting more forex in return. It's efforts also like maybe we are releasing the dollars from the forex into the system, fairly monitoring where it goes. And then also finally, it could be a regulation issue where we are actually touching base with our regulatory agencies and ensuring that people will not walk the streets and be dealing dollar like they do every time. All
right. I wanted us to talk about rotos, but we don't have much time now. Probably we'll have to do that next week. Yeah. Right. So thank you so much for coming. It's been pleasant having you here.
And
right. So this is where we draw curtains on the media review segments of the Breakfast Live Show. My guest has been Geoffrey Kabutey Ocancey. He is Executive Director for Revenue Mobilization Africa. Up next